Hello everyone, I am Bazebo, and today I'm going to show you how to get Hell mode in a Roblox game called Sorcerer Tower Defense. And to start out with a small warning, this is not going to tell you how to beat every single stage, just warning for a few stages and tips on what you should replay and try to get for each general area. The first place that you should go is to follow the tutorial and quests. The first place I would say you should stop is at stage 5. You should repeat it until you get the 500 gems, then use that to get a curse crate. And crates you can get just by looking at the store and then going to crates. And curse crates are going to be your best friend for a good chunk of time in hell mode and even further beyond, because you want to spend most of your gems on this because it has a unit that is debatably equal to special grades and is really cheap. So the units that it has is Finger Bear, Blood Manipulator, and Soul Curse. They're all very good early on. Soul Curse is the equal to special grade unit that has a chance to turn any enemy into a summon on your side, and he summons other summons that look like enemies. And then Finger Bear and Blood Manipulator are cost 200 and 300 respectively. And all of the units have awakened versions, but if there should be a quest to do like 3 challenges, you should wait and do 3 of the epic rarity game modes so that you get an awakened Finger Bear, because those are awakened Finger Bear is very, very good. And after that is the stages from 6 to 10. And all I have to say for these is do not auto skip stages, especially on stages 9 and 10. I had to spend $1 on a paid unit called Sorcerer Agent because I didn't want to wait. And also, I would definitely recommend, in general, right now, there is a battle pass, and you can for free get a money making unit, which I would recommend. It's not good, but it's a money making unit, is how I would have to describe it. Also, don't just use the units it tells you to use. Don't use uncommon units for stage 5. Use rare epic units for stage 5. That way, you just win easier and there isn't really any punishment. And after that, if you want, you can repeat stage 10 for a strongest crate with 2 mediocre units as its normal units, which are Weapon Sorcerer and Boogie Sorcerer. And I'll mention Boogie Sorcerer a bit later on. However, if you've seen Jujutsu Kaisen, you could guess that the epic unit Weapon Sorcerer will get very strong very soon because of spoilers. But those crates have a 0.1% chance for the best non-ascended unit called Strongest Sorcerer. And it's pretty simple for how you should do with the rest. You have to finish stage 15 and repeat 11 and 12 if you want the rewards. I wouldn't really go for 11's reward. And then one thing to know is that from stages 11 to 15, the bosses stun. So you should use cheap units, like I mentioned, Finger Bear as an example, but other examples are the rare banner unit called Young Sorcerer or Bow Sorcerer. All of those are really good at stunning, and what you need to do is, like, how I would describe it, you put your main damage unit in the middle, and then all around it, you place these cheaper units. And then going back into Bow Sorcerer that I just mentioned, you can either get it from the banner, which you should understand. If you just did the tutorial, you should understand where to get that. And then next up, you could also just log in 7 days. It doesn't have to be every single day you have to sign in. It's just you have to log in 7 days. You could take a week-long break and you would just continue where you left off. And then you should also get it because, like I mentioned, with the Curse Crate. It has an Awakening that is the best in the game, no lie, no question. But in general, it's just Bow Sorcerer is really good. It has Piercing and can attack multiple enemies at the same time. After that, you should have enough quests to have. You should complete all daily quests if you do this all in one day. The weekly quest of get 3 legendaries, open 3 crates, and beat 5 story mode games. And the only modes that don't count might be disaster and maybe casino mode, and also any limited time events don't count. And so you should be left with equal to or more than 1,550 gems. But I don't remember I don't know the specific amount of gems you should have. However, when you get to hell mode, the loadout that you should expect to have is Red Scarf, a fairly good mythic unit that has a lot of potential. You can use them to get one of 2 special grade units. Either King of Curses, which I'll go into on week 3, or Red Scarf Sorcerer Traumatized. Kind of funny name, but I'll go into that in week 2. And then Bow Sorcerer, again, you can use it to get an Awakening that's really good. And then there's Fingerbear Awakened, that is cheap and really good. Pick off weak enemies at the end, can really help out at the beginning. It's really good to have a good cheap unit, like Awakened Fingerbearer. And then next up, there's also Broom Sorcerer, a booster unit that can buff range of nearby units, and Boogie Sorcerer, that has a synergy bonus with Red Scarf that allows them to hit more Black Flashes, which are pretty much just AoE in this game. And that's all I'm going to explain for today, but next week I'll explain how to get awakened units and what challenges are. And if you are listening, please give this game a try. It is genuinely pretty fun, and if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel. For the next few weeks, I'm going to be posting a weekly podcast episode of how to get to big places. It's going to end off with how to get a ascended grade unit. And like it's going to basically take you right to the point where you will be pretty good. The only real thing to take worry of is that you almost definitely need a money making unit. And then the next episode is going to be on the 20th, and if you subscribe you can see it right away, or if you want to you can just mark it on your calendar and then just look up my channel on that day if you don't want to subscribe. Anyways, that's all. Ta-ta.